From Cliff Castle Casino, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Scratch ahead of handicap, so we'll get them all on their own here. It's Ben Canfield taking on Nick Pollock for the title here. That's a fourth frame strike, resulting in a turkey for Ben. And he opens up an early lead with that, as Pollock has gone spare strike open in his first fourth frame, so a nice early lead for Ben. Ben is fortunate to be here. Brian Van Sickle needed a spare to beat him, and he whiffed a 10, or else it would be Pollock and the Pickle. Instead, it's Pollock and the Clock Tower. Had a heck of a season last year, 18 career JBT titles. Also the anchor of the ASU college bowling team, too, so a stellar resume for him. One of the tallest two-handed bowlers you'll ever see. Usually those two-handers tend to be compact little guys, but not Ben. He's a lanky guy. You're going to see this big pendulum-type arm swing. Darn is he good at it. However, cut that one a little short. String ends at 3. Keeps the runaway from happening there. Shoots everything two-handed, even his spares. Back to a plastic ball. It seems like most four-handers do that these days. Bowled on middle road today, and the morning squad's bowled way better than the afternoon squad today for whatever reason, as Ben gets lucky to pick that up. The cut dropped with the afternoon squad down to a +4. That was projected to be a lot higher than that after the morning, so you just never know. Squad to squad, what happens. Nick Pollock's been winning his matches somewhat comfortably here in the Survivor rounds, but got his hands full here as he trails by 29 early on. A lot of boards covered there. I almost got all the way back, but not quite. Lose a 2. Quickly improving bowler. He's who doesn't know Nick Pollock if you bowl JBT events? He'll let you know how he's bowling, positively or negatively. But in the midst of all that static, he's actually been rapidly improving on the lanes themselves. That's what matters. 2-time champ, 1 win last year. And I hooked the ball and played off the strike line. No problem today. A lot of friction to the right. Good turnout at the beautifully remodeled Cliff Castle. I went, whoa, when I walked in here Friday afternoon. So, wow, they made it real pretty in here, huh? As they say. I don't know who they is, but they did. Much more conventional delivery in Ben. Playing a little bit further right at the break point, but standing about equally left, so he's covering a little bit more boards. A lot of side rotation. That's what he does. He thought he was going to get that 4 to carry. He does not. Spared up and continuing to trail by 29. Handicap semifinal match going on simultaneously. Destiny Johnson's the regular bowler, and then 2 Northern Arizona bowlers, Tarek McMaster and Anthony Villalobos. The top 2 of them will move on to the title match. Still got our women's match to go today, too, as Destiny was the top girl. Pretty much carbon copy of the 2-pin spare. No trouble for Pollock. Trouble on the scoreboards. He's going to have to find some X's here in part 2. One of the many things you don't want to do on JBT is give Ben Canfield a second chance, and he's got it here with that really surprising miss from Van Sickle. He's been shooting his spares great. The other thing you don't want to do in JBT is spill a milkshake. Boy, did that cause some grief earlier today. Spare working for Ben in the 6th, rather. And he too leaves that 4-pin. Much touchier lanes this afternoon. The bowlers seem to have more hold and hook. Earlier today. Seems like the hold especially is what's gone. Ben knows how to grind them out. Won back-to-back titles 4 times last season. It's so hard to win even once, let alone twice in a weekend with all the different conditions and formats and things in and out of your control. And one of the very best. He's got a nice lead early. We'll stay with him for one more frame, then we'll switch over to part 2. And neither of these bowlers exactly very fast. Deliberate. We don't want to call them slow. Let's call them deliberate, routine. No, nothing. Thanks, Amanda, for this color commentary. You're doing great. Amanda's sitting here looking at me like I'm Mars. In the 7th, 10 of the pit for Ben. He's up by 28. We'll see in part 2 whether he can finish it off for number 19.